Good morning, P6. Welcome to Monday, and it's time for us to think about today's maths lesson. Now, to get ourselves started for today, we are going to begin with some word problems, and every day this week, that's how we're going to begin for our warm-up activity. Now, you will remember in school that we have used rucksack to help us out when we're solving word problems. Our 6 letters of rucksack, R stands for read, so we have to read through the problem, find out the important information. When we do U, we have to understand the problem. What is it that we're being asked to find out? We then have to choose the calculation type. Are we adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing? So what operation are we going to use? Then we have to solve it. So do the working out. We then get our answer and we have to think, do I need to put anything after the answer? Is it supposed to be money? Is it centimetres? What is our answer all about? And then finally, we check it using the inverse calculation. Now, today, the problems that you're going to be doing are all either addition or subtraction problems. We're going to do the first one together now. So, download your worksheet, and in the worksheet, question number 1 says, if you have 142 sweets and 25 are eaten, how many sweets would you have left? So we've read the question, now we need to think what's important in this question. Well, the numbers are important. So it's important that I've got 142 sweets, and it's important that 25 of those sweets are eaten. So we started off with 142, 25 sweets have been eaten. How many sweets would you have left? Am I adding or am I subtracting? I'm going to be subtracting because we've started off with a number and then we're taking away those 25 sweets. So you've got a space to do your working out. So 142, I'm going to take away my 25. So 2 take away 5, I can't do. So I'm going to exchange. 4 becomes a 3. 12 take away 5 is 7. 3 take away 2 is 1. 1 take away nothing. So I think I've still got 117 sweets. Would that seem about right? 142 sweets to start off with, 25 have been eaten. Well, yes, I've got a smaller number. How could I check it? Well, I'm going to do the inverse. If we took away there, we're going to change it into an adding question. Start off with the answer. So I've got my 117 and I'm working back up the question. If I add 25, will I end up with 142? Well, let's find out. 7 add 5, that's going to be 12. So carry the 1. 1 and 2 and 1 make 4. And 1 and nothing makes 1. So did I get back to 142? Yes, I did. So to start off with today, P6, you have got 6 questions to do. Some of them are adding, some of them are take away. Work out which one is which. So that's how we begin today with our word problems. But our main activity today is going to be to do with measuring. Now for today, I would like you to go and try to find 2 objects in your house before you do anything else. I'd like you to go and try and find a ruler of some sort. And can you find yourself a tape measure? Something like that. It might be a metal one, it might be a cloth one, it doesn't matter. But can you find those 2 things? I'm sure in a drawer somewhere in your house. If your house is anything like mine, there will be a drawer somewhere that has a tape measure in it. Because today, P6, we are going to be thinking about measuring, and we're going to be thinking about measuring using meters and centimetres. Now, you, of course, will remember that if I have got 100 centimetres, that is the same as 1 full metre. So if I had more than 100 centimetres, I could say that in different ways. So let's say I had 250 centimetres. Well, if 100 centimetres is 1 metre, the hundreds number tells me how many full metres I have. So if I've got 250, 200. So the 200 becomes 2 full metres, and then what's left over is what's left in centimetres. So I could write 250 centimetres also as 2 metres 50 centimetres, because whenever I say 100, when I'm looking at centimetres, that 100 number becomes my full metres. So if I had 190 centimetres, what would that become? 190 centimetres, well, that's going to be 1 full metre, 90 centimetres. What if I had 4,320 centimetres? What would that be? Well, the 20 is going to stay as my centimetres. Now, how many full metres have I got? Well, that would be thousands and hundreds, wouldn't it? So I'm going to end up with 43 metres, 20 centimetres. Now, in the work that you're doing today, you don't need to worry about any numbers as big as that. The most we'll be looking at is hundreds and tens and units of centimetres. So you might be changing it that way around, or you might be given it like this. So I might start off with 4 metres and 12 centimetres. So if I had to change that back just into centimetres, with the 4 metres, 4 groups of 100 will be 412 centimetres. What about in this one? If I had 2 metres and 5 centimetres, how many centimetres altogether would that be the same as? Well, the 2 metres, that's going to be the same as 200, isn't it? And another 5. So how many centimetres have I got altogether? I've got 205 centimetres. Do you know a really common mistake, P6, that people would make in a question like that? It'd be very easy for somebody to accidentally write down 25 centimetres. Can you tell somebody at home why that would be wrong? Why would it not be 25 centimetres? Because I've got a 2 and a 5. Yeah, because as such, that's only a units number. It really should be a tens and units number, shouldn't it? If that's going to be the hundreds, tens and units, I need to make sure that I remember to put that 0 in. Now, today's work starts off as revision really of what you've been doing in P4 and P5. If you choose to do the lower level task, if you choose to do the higher level task, this is your higher level page. And today you're thinking about some animals, some birds in particular, birds of prey that have been found at the Animal Protection and Education Centre. And at this Protection and Education Centre, they have got lots of birds of prey, including falcons, harriers and buzzards. So what you're going to be thinking about is to do with these birds, and you're thinking about their wingspan. Now, the wingspan is the length when they spread out their wings from the tip of one wing all the way across to the tip of the other wing. So a wingspan is how wide is the spread of their wings. When they've got both wings spread out, how wide is it from the tip of one wing to the tip of the other wing? So we're told their wingspans, and you're going to use that information to help you answer these questions. In some of them, you're going to be comparing them. In some of them, you're going to be finding the difference. Your final question, if you choose the higher level task, is to do with finding out your arm span. Now, in your arm span, you're spreading your arms wide out, making a T shape, and you're measuring from the tip of one finger all the way across your arm, right across your chest to the tip of the longest finger on your other hand. I would suggest using a tape measure. Okay, so get somebody to help you and measure out your arm span. That's the higher level task. If you choose to do the lower level task, then you're thinking about some children who are at a swimming pool. Sometimes they're going to be swimming down the pool and they're seeing how far they can glide down the pool. In other questions, they are thinking about diving in and how deep into the water they can dive. Your questions, there are examples on the page to help you out, but you're going to be comparing their dives. So you've got your 4 children, you've got Naomi, Chris, Gordon, Marie and Rashmi, and you're going to be thinking about what they are up to in the swimming pool. Now for 6, once you have finished that work, I want you then go back to the website and I want you to go and download your extension task. And your extension task for today looks like this. And what I want you to do is take that ruler that I hope you've managed to find and the tape measure that I hope you've managed to find, And I would like you to go around your house and I would like you to go and do some measuring. Because on your page I've given you, I think it's 12 different things that I would like you to go and measure. I'd like you to go and measure things like the height of your bedroom door, the height of the bathroom sink, the length of your shoe, the width of a photograph frame, and things like your height and your hand span. Now your hand span is spread out your fingers as wide as you can. From the tip of your thumb to the tip of your little finger, how wide is your hand? So what I would love you to do today, P6, is do some measuring. Before you do your measuring, decide, are you going to measure in centimetres or in metres? What is it that you're going to use? So you're going to use the ruler or the tape measure. I would love you to have an estimate. How long do you think each of these things actually is? And then go and measure it. Do your very best, P6. This is a really fun activity to do around the house. Do it with somebody else, get them to do some guessing as well, some estimating as well. Once you've had a go at your measure activities, then there's a reasoning challenge for you to have a go at look at. You've got some questions to do with some shapes, telling us what's the same and what's different, and also a symmetry question. And then today, why don't you finish off by going and playing a Super Maz bowling game. We may not be able to go to the ice bowl at the minute, but we can still play some 10-pin bowling online. And in this multiplication game, you can choose your level and have a bit of fun. Good luck.